In this video, we're going to talk about what I believe to be the best troll items in Fortnite history, where I asked you guys on a YouTube community post and Twitter, what do you think these items are? And this video, we're going to talk about them. These are the weapons that just seem like they were created for the sole purpose just to troll people, right? This list will contain items from BR only, so no LTM or mode exclusive weapons like the, Ninja Blitz Boss weapons, or else honestly those would all be here. Thank you to everybody who interacted with the community post and the Twitter post. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel because you can interact with those posts as well. But with that all being said, let's get into the best troll items in Fortnite history. So the first one I've got for you guys today, and potentially the most obvious troll item, is the Boogie Bomb. Under both of those posts I made, the Boogie Bomb was far and wide the #1 most popular item that was suggested to me, and I don't blame you guys, right? You get to throw a Boogie Bomb at somebody, and especially in the early days when you could hit them but they wouldn't stop dancing, and it lasted for 15 seconds. Now it's a little bit different, but still, what do? You throw a Boogie Bomb at somebody, you just sit at them, they look so stupid dancing, and you've got a shotgun lined up right for their face, and you're just grinning ear to ear because they can't do anything. They look so stupid just dancing, and you're ready to one-pump them. This item has literally been a troll item since its inception, especially if you get multiple, more than 1, 3, 5 Boogie Bombs. You can just spam them over and over and over again. Someone can dance for a minute straight, and there's nothing they can do about it. I mean, it's just a generational troll item, and obviously had to be on this list today. How about a more recent pick? What about the Lawless Rift Launcher from Chapter 6, Season 2? Well, yes, the Rift Launcher is good if you use it on yourself, right? It spawns a rift with infinite ammo, but how about when you use it on somebody else? The ability to send them into the air against their will. You force them to deploy that glider, and then you can beam them out of the air. I mean, this is just such a great troll item. And you get infinite ammo, right? So if someone's driving by you in a car, shoot the rift launcher at them, their car will go flying into the sky with them. Someone's being a sweat, shoot a rift, oh, see you later, you can go into the air as well. This item was honestly the inspiration for this list today. I mean, it is just so fun to just send people into the air, and also it's good, right? You get free shots, they're just stuck in the air for so long against their will, right? It's different if they were to use a rift to go or something, but to be able to send them in the air whenever you want, I mean, yeah, this item's got to be on this list today. Next, we've got an even more recent item, and that is the Eradicator Shock and Slow Launcher from Chapter 6, Season 4. Alright, so this is a really interesting one, right? Because if you remember, this item was supposed to be in the game on launch in Chapter 6, Season 4, but it was bugged, so they took it out, but they left it in creative mode. And in creative mode, I was shooting this thing, I'm like, how is this thing going to be good? And then just recently, they brought this weapon into Battle Royale, and would you look at that? People aren't actually using it on themselves like you would with a normal Shockwave launcher. People are using it on other players because what it does is basically freeze in the air for a couple of seconds. Now, this sucks if you use it on yourself unless, you have the Fury Assault Rifle, which lets you aim down sights while you're in air. But when you use it against somebody else, by the way, this thing can shoot through walls. It sends somebody into the air and they are frozen, just stuck in the air. There's nothing they can do. They can't build. They can't try and get down. They are stuck up there, and it is free shots for you. I mean, this item might go down as one of the best troll items we have ever seen by the end of this season. It's like, you can't do anything against it, and that is a helpless feeling. It's like the Boogie Bomb and the Lawless Rift Launcher. It's like, what are you supposed to do? You just got destroyed, right? Like, again, I never saw how this item could possibly be good, but after I watched gameplay, I'm like, oh my god, this thing is, 1, a troll item, but 2, honestly, really good. In the clips, I mean, you'll see them on screen. I mean, people are just helpless against this thing. Next, we've got an absolute classic weapon for this video today, guys. It is the explosive goo gun. And some of the items on this list, it just feels like they were designed to troll you only, but this weapon is actually still very good. It's actually one of the best launchers of all time. But there's no way a launcher in Fortnite that shoots explosive goo that can stick on somebody and also impair their vision, by the way. I mean, that's gotta be on this list, right? Just dropping all the goo on top of somebody. I mean, it's sus, but you gotta stick with me here. I mean, that's insane, right? That is absolutely insane. It just feels disrespectful, right? It feels disrespectful to use the explosive goo gun on somebody, and it is absolutely a great troll weapon. Next, we've got an absolutely classic one here, guys. It is the Shockwave launcher comboed with the symbiote. Some of my favorite moments in Fortnite history come from using the Shockwave launcher, flying yourself in the air, then using the Carnage symbiote to grab somebody on the ground through the wall and then just fling them straight up into the air and they die from fall damage. That is the best part Honestly, I've made a couple of videos on this channel now about the best dual weapon combos of all time, and this combo has never made it onto those lists, but it probably should have been. It is just so funny to just yank somebody, right? They think they're safe in their 1x1, they're hitting their little big pot, and bang, you just grab them straight through the wall and fling them 50 meters into the air, and again, nothing they can do. They're gonna fall to their death. It's hilarious. It is so funny, and this is another combo that I saw commented so much on those community posts and those Twitter posts. So again, thank you to everyone who commented there. You guys know who you are, and yeah, this combo had to be on this list. There's no possible way I could leave this off, and I know it's not a single item, it's a combo, but together, I mean, they are just unbelievably funny to use. Next, I've got another cheat pick, but it's literally every single trap, okay? Traps are troll items, right? I don't want to hear anything about it. You place a trap in retail row, you run halfway across the map, and all of a sudden you get a knock on your screen. Oh, well, that's your trap that you placed 10 minutes ago killing somebody, right? It's so funny, and there's no way that I could pick a single trap over the others, right? You guys remember the trap tower back in the day? That was a big deal. That is literally the definition of trolling somebody in Fortnite. Placing a launch pad, making them launch straight up, and then having them be destroyed by like 8 traps simultaneously. Even boxing somebody in a 1x1, a fly in like a Venus flytrap, right? It's just sitting there watching while you just sit there and laugh because there's nothing they can do. Again, I couldn't put a single trap on this list, so really you can consider all of them. But maybe you could consider the fire trap as being a specifically really good troll item because it absolutely sucks. So it actually trolls the user who uses it. Next, we've got the kneecapper from Chapter 6, Season 2. This is a generational troll item. Like being able to hit somebody off of a giant hill, you're just swinging up, right, for a huge swing, and you just crush them to the face. And it's so funny because your character even does the thing, right, where like he puts his hand on the forehead like he's like watching you, you know, flying off the hill. It's like in Chapter 6, Season 2, it was a cardinal sin to stand on top of a big mountain because somebody would just run up to you with the kneecapper and smack you off and you die to fall damage. As you guys can tell, a lot of the troll items on this list revolve around fall damage. It's just hilarious. Like, we all know the feeling. We've all been on the side of getting hit off the mountain and dying to fall damage, and we've all been the one that's doing the hitting with the kneecapper, especially when you load up for that, like, huge swing, right? You've got to charge, and then you just belt somebody 100 meters off a cliff. It is absolutely hilarious. Another item that I could not leave off this list whatsoever. Moving on to our next selection for this video. Again, it's going to be 2 items. It's the chiller grenade and the big chill. And I guess if you want to throw the chiller trap on here, you could do that as well, although I've already talked about traps on this video. These items are solely on this list because they suck so badly that literally the only way that you can try and use them effectively is to troll somebody else with them, right? The chiller grenade sucks. It's really just not good, and the big chill is just a launcher that shoots chiller grenades, essentially. But it's very good for sending somebody flying with their icy feet whenever you want, sending somebody off of height to die to fall damage, or just trapping somebody in a box with the icy feet. They can't really build upwards anywhere. They can't really go anywhere. Again, these 2 items are on this list because they're single designation, right? The only reason why they are in the game is to make the opponent's life significantly harder without doing any damage to them, right? I think these 2 items are some of the best troll items we've ever seen, and again, that's all they're good for, right? Because they suck in every other way. Now, look, I know every item on this list could, you know, potentially have the argument to be the best troll item in Fortnite history, but certainly the one that created all troll items, the king of Fortnite troll items, it's the impulse grenade. I mean, we had 30-minute YouTube comps like 7 years ago of just Dr. Lupo and Ninja trolling each other back and forth. And again, a lot of these items are good for trolling opponents, but the impulse grenade, while yes, it's good for doing that, it's so good to use against your teammates, right? It's basically like the only form of like team killing we have left, really. And while this item was designed to be, you know, the first real movement item, that is not the case anymore because the impulse grenade has found a new use, and it is for trolling your teammates. It's absolutely hilarious. And honestly, it's like the Green Goblin, right? Like looking at his mask. It's like me when I see an impulse grenade. It's just, I'm drawn to it. I have to pick it up and I have to throw it at my teammate and send them to the ground to do 500 fall damage to them, right? It's just like, you have to do it. It's a rite of passage if you see the impulse grenade on the ground. And any item that I say that about, yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be on this list today, so here it is. Alright, here is an item that I guarantee you probably wouldn't expect to be here originally, but it is the propifier. The propifier from Chapter 2, Season 7 is another one of those weapons that literally single-handedly exists, not because it helps you at all, not because it does any damage, but literally just to make fun of your opponent, right? You turn into a prop, and you'll see in the gameplay, right, you can keep changing props, you can hide wherever you want. Now look, I will say, the propifier is not a good item. I would not recommend taking it at all, but if you're going up against a noob and you want to change to like a bush bush and just kind of bush camp right next to them, you can absolutely do that, right? And it's like, what other way are you really going to use the propifier, right? That's how it was meant to be used. And while it's a little bit lesser of a known item than something like, I don't know, like impulse grenades, you knew those were going to be on this list, I thought the propifier was a good shout by a couple of you guys in my comment section. So thank you for that pick. You know who you are. And my final item on this list today, guys, for the best troll items in Fortnite history, it's going to be the exotic voltage hyperburst pistol from Chapter 6, Season 3. And a lot of times I talk about this weapon when it wasn't bugged, right? In the original state it was meant to be in the game. But for this video, we're talking about when it was bugged. And you were shooting shockwave grenades after every single round. It is one of the best bugs in Fortnite history. It is absolutely hilarious. And especially in endgame, just being able to send somebody over and over again into zone is so funny. And I have to emphasize here, especially when these things were bugged and you had essentially infinite mini shockwave grenades. You could hold 2, 3 of these and there's just nothing the opponent can do. They're just going to be bouncing all over the map. And as somebody who has been on the receiving end of this weapon when it was bugged, yeah, it is the most annoying thing to go up against. You can't aim at somebody. You're flying all over the place. On the contrary, it is really fun to have 3 exotic voltage burst pistols when this thing was bugged and just sending cars everywhere and just sending people into zone. You can bounce them in the middle of the air if your aim is good enough. Oh my god, it's hilarious. You're just playing with your food at that point. Again, this is another item that you might have originally not expected to be on this list today, but after what I just explained, how can you not throw this thing on here? And it is the final item on this list today. Alrighty, folks, I hope you went on to enjoy that video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I make videos like this every single day, and once I get to 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to drop the biggest ranking video ever in the Fortnite YouTube community, and trust me, you are going to want to be there for it. It is going to be history. So yeah, with that being said, make sure you're subscribed and turn noties on. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of this list. Of course, this list is not extensive, and if you guys leave me a bunch more comments for other troll items I forgot, I could potentially make a part 2 to this video if you guys show me you like this one. Alright, I'll shut up now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, peace.